sọ̀rọ̀ sáláàfin lójú rẹ̀.
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I will be reviewing the movie Lisabi the Uprising. You can watch that on Netflix. This movie is set in the 18th century Oyo Empire. During that time, the Alafi of Oyo Empire used to collect tributes from the people. So he would send his tribute collectors to go to the different towns to collect tributes. So these tributes could come in the form of money, farm produce, to offer like their homage or to show loyalty to the Allah. So the tribute collectors usually use this as an opportunity for them to oppress the people. So despite how much farm produce they give them, they still were not satisfied. You see them killing the people at will. Somebody that challenges them, or even if you don't even do anything to them, they will kill you. They will take their young ladies, rape them. So it was just a lot. Tribute collectors, they had already collected what they wanted to collect from this woman, collected her money, and still wanted to take her daughter. And they asked her, will you release your child to me or not? And of course she cannot say no to them. Like, who is she to refuse? So she said yes. But second, being in the midst of that happening, now spoke up and was like, why do they want the girl? Like, you've gotten all you came to collect and everything, basically challenging them. And in the process of that happening, the tax collectors marked his face, like they are going to deal with him. So that aside, on the other end, we have second Lisabi, who are very, very good friends, and second who wants to get married to Adebi, and he needs his friend to more or less mediate between himself and Abebi, because Lisabi is friends with Abebi's friend, so like they're all mutual friends. So long story short, Abebi agrees to get married to him, and on the wedding day, these people, these tax collectors, having in mind that they've already marked his face as for somebody that they're going to deal with, on the wedding day they wanted to give him reason to be sad and be sorrowful, essentially. So on his wedding day, they took his wife when she was on her way to her husband's house. They took her, and the general, the leader of the group, raped her. And the babe, she couldn't deal with the shame and the trauma. She killed herself. But second, being upset and being so mad at everything that had happened, he went into his house, took off his abada, took a knife to go fight them, and he killed 10 of the tax collectors before he was gunned down. So that, like, everything was just like a ripple effect of what they've been going through, and one person finally snapped. Like, the youths were like really upset and really angry about it, and his friend, of course, Lisabi, was very, very mad at what happened. His friend's dying wish was that his blood should not flow in vain, like they should do something about what had happened and everything. So that's like the brief gist, or the brief overview of what the movie is about. Like, it's just about how the Oyo people were oppressed by the Alafins, tax collectors, and also how the elders then, like, the elders were not doing anything, they were not speaking up. It was like everybody was just in line with what was being done, agreeing to the way they were being treated. And few people that spoke up here and there were dealt with what had happened with Abebi and Sekenu. I think that was the one that sparked the fire of resistance in the people. This movie was directed by Niyi Akinmolayan. It was produced by Adebimpe Oyebade and Victoria Akujobi. Executive producer is Lateef Adedimeji. So now I'll talk about the actors and performances in this movie. So for one, we have Lisabi, of course, who was played by Lateef Adedimeji. Of course, this guy is a phenomenal actor. He did such an excellent job in depicting this character to us, and it was also somebody that was like low-key, just chilling. Like, he was just a farmer, just living his life, like he was in his happy bubble and just doing his thing till what happened to his friend happened. He now snapped, and he was the one that started the whole resistance thing. After what had happened to his friend, he was upset about it, but his solution to it was them coming together to form like teams. Like, they will go work on a particular person's farm in groups so they can get more harvest. So when he was saying that, like, he feels what is happening to them, maybe why the tax collectors are treating them the way they are treating them is because they are not giving them enough produce. So his solution was for them to work in big groups, and so they can get big produce. For me, that was, I was like, so you think that would be the solution? Like that would make these people stop harassing you guys, stop killing people and raping people? So when he said that, I was very upset. I was like, which kind of rubbish is this? Your friend has died, so the solution to come up with is this thing. But just watch the movie and see exactly how it would pan out, because that was not his goal. Like he had a bigger picture, or he had something else in mind he wanted to achieve. So he was using that like a front to more or less get people together to work together to start up an uprising, essentially to fight off this oppressor. Second person I'll talk about will be the general of the tax collectors. I've forgotten his name in the movie, but the actor who played this role is Ibrahim Chatta. This guy was so ruthless, very mean, very evil. He was just the worst. He was like proper villain in this movie, and he did so well in his character. He would make you hate his character so much, because watching the movie you won't understand why these people are doing what they are doing. Because if you say give me this, they will give them this. If you say do this, they will do this. But yet you are still killing people. Yes, like it didn't make sense what they were doing to the people. This character did such an excellent job in depicting that to all. Next person I'll talk about will be the character of Sekemu, who was played by Mr. Macaroni. So I was so surprised to see that this man was able to give us such a wonderful performance. He did so well in his role. Like he was so emotionally invested in his role. And you know the parts where he was giving us this lazy farmer vibe, like all he just wanted to do was just eat and chill. But when what happened, you could see this man, there's more to him. And that scene with him, his last moments with him and Lisabi, was very, very emotional. It was actually like a deep story. There was like a bond, friendship, brotherhood thing going on there between the both of them. So another person I'll talk about would be the character Ikeola, who was played by Bimpe Adedimeji, of course. This baby did so well. It won't surprise me when they started doing the whole fighting thing and she was into it. I was like, this babe. But yeah, she did really, really well on her end. Somebody else you get to see in the movie is the character Abebi, who was played by the Rosalie. It was really, really, really nice to see her in this movie, and she honestly did such a wonderful job, you know, playing this Yoruba woman, you know, with language, and she was really able to blend nicely into this movie, and she did such a wonderful role. It was really refreshing seeing her, of course. So the Alaafin was played by Odunlade. This man, of course, he was in the opening scene, the opening act of this movie. So when you see him alongside Femi Adebayo on screen together, you will know that this movie is going to be a powerful movie. Although their own part was very minute compared to everything else that plays out in the movie, because they are such very powerful actors, powerful Yoruba actors, and they did so well. This movie had a lot of familiar faces, a lot of, you know, Yoruba actors, a lot of people that it feels like we're seeing them repeatedly in all these Yoruba movies. We have Femi Adebayo, we have Jide Kosoko, we have Seun Akindele. You get to see Gabriel Afolayan, you get to see Ibrahim Yekini, you get to see Olumide Oworu, you get to see Boma, you get to see Olarotimi Michael, you get to see Ife Really. So many faces that you're familiar with, so many wonderful actors. They did so well in their role. The one thing I didn't like, starting the movie, you get this sense of deja vu, like you've seen this before. Here we go again. You get kind of thing. It was like the same people that were in Jagu Jagu, that were in House of God, you're seeing them again. But that aside, like taking that out of the equation, did not take out from how great the movie was. But when you start watching the movie, when you start the movie, there's no way you can shake off that feeling of, oh, I've seen this before. But the movie is quite different from, you know, those other movies, with the way the story is told, with the context of the story, with the characters involved. You see that they're actually different movies, although they're all set in, you know, the 18th century times. I'll talk about themes that picks up on in the movie. For one, the theme of oppression, the whole political oppression, how the people were being oppressed by the Alaafin tribute collectors, the whole sending people as slaves to get, you know, weapons from the white men, the whole theme of friendship with Lisabi and Sekenu was really, really beautiful. So the theme of unity, like you see how the youths came together, both men and women came together to stand up to fight against the tribute collectors. Like it was really nice. So like they were preparing both physically and spiritually. You see the part where they got, I think, 4 deities of some sort. We have the one that was giving them strength, how to fight. The other one was teaching them how to appear and disappear. Then the other one that was like a bird that was flying, and they're properly prepared to deal with their enemies, kind of thing. It was really nice. I could see the whole theme of hard work. Like these people were actually very hardworking in this movie. The farmers, of course, from cinematography to visuals to set design to costume, music to their special effects. Like they did so well telling us what happened there, how one man, a resourceful farmer, was able to stand up and organize a rebellion against their oppressors. It was really nice. Using collective strength, calling upon their deities, their ancestors, like let them help them and protect them to fight off this tyranny, which of course, good will always prevail over evil. So of course the movie is a Yoruba speaking movie, so just get ready to read subtitles if you're like me that you don't understand Yoruba. But that aside, the movie had such a good storyline and was executed perfectly. Like the movie will have you hooked. Like you are just so locked in to see what would happen, how these people would rise against these guys, and how they would deal with them. Because the other was getting too much. There was one particular scene where this man had gone to his farm to get plantain for his wife. Then these tribute collectors were passing by and said, I want to eat roasted plantain, so give me your plantain. And the guy was like, this is for my wife. We're just trying to plead with him. He didn't agree. He still gave them the plantain, but as if that was not enough, they still killed him. So Jahan was just too much, because there's no reason to the madness. There was no reason to them doing what they were doing. I mean, they were just drunk on power and just wanted to show like they are above them, that they can do and undo, that nobody can challenge them. Like, who do you think you are, kind of thing. But when Lisabi dealt with them, I was really happy with that. This is just the beginning of this movie, because with the way it ended, there's going to be a part 2 to see like what goes on next. To rate the movie, I rate it a 4/5. If you watch the movie, what would you rate it? Let me hear that in the comment section. So if you like Yoruba movies, if you like historical dramas, if you like movies with Lateef Adedimeji, Femi Adebayo, Gabriel Afolayan, the full A-list Yoruba actors, then you should definitely check out this movie. All the actors gave us such a remarkable performance. They brought their A game. Kudos to the cast and the crew. Lateef also being part of the production team alongside his wife, so they did such a wonderful job telling us the story. And I think these are like historical stories based on things that have already happened, and they're bringing it back now so we can know about the Yoruba history as well. It's a wonderful movie, of course. I enjoyed watching it, anticipating part 2 of it. Have you seen the movie Lisabi the Uprising? Let me hear down in the comment section. Did you enjoy the movie? If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out my other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.